Watch Game Kings, The Definition of Game, documentary by joining the Bad Boy membership. Go to badboymembership.com right now and be one of the first people to watch this movie. Official release date, Black Friday, November 27th, 2020. All right, what up? What's going on? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So listen, I got an email from a subscriber, and the subscriber sent a donation, so thanks for your donation. And remember, guys, if you want to guarantee that your question will be answered, make sure you click the link below and send a donation. So this one says, I'm working on perfecting my street approach during COVID. I go in with a compliment. Women just receive it and say thank you and keep on walking. Here's what I usually say. Excuse me, miss, you're gorgeous. I had to stop and approach you. What's your name? Where do you live? Etc. Then I flirt and bring up hooking up and trying to close a deal, but I never get past the compliment. They just walk away after. Usually, should I tell them to hold up and do they have a minute, or should they automatically stop if they're interested? Usually most of them are walking fast. I cold approach in Manhattan. I prefer white and Spanish chicks, sometimes black girls. Should I try to talk louder through the mask? Okay, so, all right. So this is the thing, man. You know, we're talking about cold approaching, and this is the harder part. This is the hard part about, you know, talking about this topic, is that it's easier to show you guys, right, better than tell you. This is why a lot of the times when you guys used to, you know, they would used to have those PUA videos where dudes will show you them approaching girls in the street. Now that was pretty cool in certain situations, but also what kind of sucked about it is that it's on camera, meaning that, you know, you're not really seeing the real deal, because you could always edit shit to make shit look differently than how it is in actual real life. So what I would do is, when I would have like one-on-one sessions with guys, you know, I would actually be with them in real time, talking to girls, approaching girls, so that you can actually see it happening in real life versus watching some video that somebody could have just edited, right? But this is the thing. What I'm gonna give you guys is, I'm gonna give you guys some tips. You understand? I'll give you like 4 tips on how to make this cold approaching thing work for you a little bit more effectively. You understand? And specifically if you're approaching girls in the street. So, you know, 4 ways to, you know, make cold approaching in the street happen for you a little bit more easier, make it a little bit more beneficial for you, right? So this is the thing, because, you know, the guy in the email, he was saying, you know, I go up and I approach the girl and I compliment her, but then he was also saying, like, you know, he would try to say other stuff, but then sometimes they would just walk away after the compliment or whatever. And one thing I want to say before I get into anything is that you guys still have to understand this is a numbers game. You understand? Nothing is going to change the fact that it's a goddamn numbers game. Shout out to my dude Myron Gaines. You know, he talks about how, you know, his average is basically 1 for 40. So that means that he talks to 40 women before he gets one. You understand what I'm saying? So if you guys are not doing that type of shit, if you're not putting up those type of numbers, then you're already fucking up as far as cold approaching and trying to make stuff happen. You see what I mean? So understand that it is a numbers game. All these guys out here who's talking about, oh, well, you know, cold approach don't work and cold approach is beta and all this other stuff. Most of y'all aren't doing it right. You understand? And one of the main things you have to understand is that it is a goddamn numbers game. You understand? So understand, and it doesn't matter if you're cold approaching, waiting for choosing signals, trying to get girls online, all that other stuff, it's still a numbers game. So I want to get that out the way, right? So let's get to these, you know, 4 tips. Now, if you are approaching women in the street, right, what happens is a lot of times chicks, you know, they're going to be walking fast, going to do their own thing or whatever, right? So if you're in the street, the first tip is you want to be able to approach a woman where you're walking towards her or you're walking with her. All right, you're walking towards her, you're walking with her. So walking towards her means that if I'm walking this way and a woman's walking this way, right, and I see her, right, as I'm about to, you know, go past her or get near her, right, that's when I'm step in front of her and start talking. So let's say like 6 feet before I get, you know, to her, I'd be like, hey, it's Miss, how you doing? What's going on? So I start talking to just give her some room to see that I'm saying something to her. So as she's getting towards me, then we can start having that conversation and I'm in front of her. So it's like I'm right in her direct view. Also, what you can do is that if you're walking and you see a girl on the side of you, right, then you just walk with her and talk. So you're walking in the same direction and then you just talk. You understand what I'm saying? So you can do that. And what happens is that usually if when we're talking about the girl being in front of you, as far as you walking in front of her or whatever, and she stops and you have that conversation, usually if a woman, stops and actually sits there and talks to you, right? That's a pretty good sign. You understand? And I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. But if she stands there and talks to you, that's a pretty good sign. If you're walking with her, she's still walking in that direction. So you're just still talking to someone who's just walking in the direction that you need to walk to. You understand? If you are walking and you are walking towards the woman and she stops, because she could just still keep walking or keep moving. But if she stops and she, is going to talk to you, then, hey, that's a good sign, because that could mean interest, that she's actually interested in talking to you, which is why she's stopping. You understand? So when you do that, that could actually help you be able to talk to more women where you're stopping in front of them or walking with them to at least get that interaction going to see where it can go. You understand? So that's one. Now, two, the second tip is you guys got to understand how to read these women. You understand? The problem is what happens is guys usually talk at women. They're not talking to women, right? What do I mean? Guys are talking at women. Well, a lot of guys are doing is they're saying things to women and trying to get out what they say without actually having a conversation. For example, some of you guys, you watch my live streams, right? And if you notice, let's say a guy calls up and he's talking or he's asking a question, he'll say something and then I'll respond, right? And then he'll say something again and he'll just keep rambling. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to talk. Yo, relax, chill. Let me say something, right? He's just talking at me. He's not listening to what I'm saying. He's not having a back and forth dialogue. He's not really looking at, what's going on in the situation to actually have a productive conversation. You understand? He's just talking at me. He's just getting out what he wants to say. So a lot of guys, when they're approaching women, they're just trying to get out what they want. Hey, miss, how you doing? You're so beautiful. Hey, my name is Greg. So listen, I think me and you should hang out sometime. Let me get your number. And he's talking all this shit, but he's not really reading the woman. He's not feeling out if this girl actually wants to talk to him. He's not feeling out if this girl is being responsive to him saying hi. You understand what I'm saying? He's not seeing that this girl may not necessarily be interested in having a conversation, right? Or if she is interested in having a conversation, he's not paying attention to where it's going. Because you could say hi to a girl and the girl could be receptive to you by saying hi. And you say, hey, miss, what's going on? What you up to today? And she's like, oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But he's not reading her tone. He's not reading her body language. And so he's continuing to make it go down or try to flirt, but if he was reading her body language, he could see that she's actually not really feeling him like that. You understand? She's just being polite, or she's just sort of talking as she's trying to slowly walk away. Certain things like that'll happen, and guys are not noticing this, right? And so if you don't notice this, if you're not reading the situation, that messes up the actual interaction that you're having with the chick when you're trying to make something happen with her. Because even if a chick was interested and you're just talking at her, right? Because you don't have those social skills and that social intelligence to realize what's going on in the situation or have that back and forth. Even if she gave you the number or you gave her your number and she took it, she most likely is not going to be that interested, because the situation or the impact that conversation had wasn't really, nothing went down. It wasn't strong enough. You weren't really having a conversation. You were just talking at her. You're like, hey, you're cute. Here's my number. And you're just not really flowing. So she's just like, all right, yeah, here, take my number. And it's not really anything that, you understand, was there. Because what happens is you have to understand that a woman is going to remember how you made her feel. You understand what I'm saying? in any of these situations. So this is how a woman could actually think that you're cute. She could think that you're, physically attractive, but she's like, okay, yeah, he's cute, but I wasn't really feeling him like that, because she wasn't feeling the interaction because you were just talking at her. So you got to be able to, sort of read the women, read the situation, right? So that's number 2. Third thing is, and this is something that you can do to sort of figure out a woman's interests. So earlier I was talking about how you can walk in front of the girl, stop her right there, or walk to the side of her, right? What you can also do is, let's say if you are, you're chilling. Let's say you're sort of like standing somewhere. You're just looking at your phone or something, or let's say you're standing outside of a store. You're waiting for your food to be ready at the store or whatever. You're just standing outside chilling or whatever, right? And you see a girl walking past you, right? What you do is that you don't move, but you talk to her. So let's say my finger is a girl walking past, right? And I'm just right here. So the girl's walking past, right? And I say, hey, miss, how you doing? What's going on, right? So she gets around here, right? And she sees that I said something, and then so she looks back at me. So what I do is I don't go to her. So say this is me right here. I don't go to her. I stay where I'm at right here, and then I tell her to come to me. You understand? So I'm still standing where I'm at right now. The girl's like, she's walking, hey, miss, how you doing? What's going on? Right? And then so she looks back, and I say, hey, come here for a second. And I'm just standing here. I'm not moving. So the reason why I'm not moving and I'm telling her to come to me after she's already like at this point is because if she comes to me, right, that's a form of interest. That's showing interest. Because what she could do is she could just keep walking. She could just ignore me and just keep it moving. But the fact that she, acknowledged me, turned around, looked at me or whatever like that, and then I tell her to come and she comes through, that means she's actually interested in having a conversation with me and talking to me. Right now, this does not mean that she is, like it's a done deal, because we still have to have the conversation. She's still filling me out to see if, I'm that dude. You feel what I'm saying? So this is why the mouthpiece, and this is why your game is important. But when you stand there and she passes and you say something to her, and then you see her look back at you, or you see that she acknowledged you by saying hi as she's walking past, and you say, hey, hold on, miss, come here for a second. And you just stand there, don't move, make her come to you. Her coming to you is a form of interest. And then usually what happens is a lot of times in those situations, you'll most likely get the number if your mouthpiece is on point and you're just not some lame ass goofy dude. But usually if you're, at that point where you could do stuff like that, you most likely know how to make shit happen and close the deal. Now, the fourth tip is this. Fourth tip is when you guys are talking to these women, right? What you want to do is that you want to make these conversations quick, direct, to the point, and then end the shit. You understand what I'm saying? Just end the shit, right? A lot of times what guys will do is that when they got the girl there, right, they either don't know what to say, so they're kind of just like, all over the place with the shit, or they'll try to talk a lot and extend the conversation because either they feel like the conversation is going good. Even sometimes the girl might want to extend the conversation, but you still got to cut that shit short. Right? And what you want to do is you want to close the deal, exchange numbers, give her your information or whatever. There might be some situations where you might be in a situation where, based off of, and this is just a side note, and this is, something that's not going to be a thing that most of you guys are going to do anyway, unless you're advanced. But there could be times where you could actually make something happen with her at that moment and go on an instant date, meaning like you talk to the girl and you be like, what you doing right now? She's like, oh, I'm chilling, I'm gonna do nothing. All right, cool, let's go get some coffee real quick, right? So you can do that. But in general, what you want to do is you want to close the deal, get her information or give her your information, however you want to do it, and make this shit quick. You understand? It shouldn't be no more than like 2 minutes. No more than 2 minutes. And 2 minutes is a long ass time. You understand what I'm saying? It sounds short when I'm saying that, but when you're actually having that interaction, 2 minutes is a long time. So it shouldn't be no more than 2 minutes. It's like, hey, miss, how you doing? What's your name? Stacy, nice to meet you. My name is Locario. Listen, I came over because I thought you was really attractive. I think me and you should get together this weekend and, get a drink. Here's my number. All right, cool. Let me get your number. All right, well, listen, you have a good day. Give me a hug. Let me get a hug real quick. You smell real good. Listen, I'm going to hit you up. I'll holler at you later. Boom. Done. You understand what I'm saying? It's finished. It's over. Right? So you want to get to that, to the point really quick. Now, in the email, the guy was talking about how, you know, a lot of the girls, he was saying that some of the girls would just walk by and, you know, they wouldn't give him he wouldn't get a chance to really talk or whatever. Again, this is where the numbers game comes in, because you're going to have a good majority of women who won't stop, who won't want to keep talking. You understand? Who won't stop to talk. You understand? But what's going to happen is you're going to have a percentage of the women who are going to stop and talk to you. When you get those women who stop to talk to you, that's when you're supposed to be able to get to that point quickly. You understand what I'm saying? Have that mouthpiece to be able to, like, you know, smoothly interact with the woman and you know, go back and forth. You understand? Because this is the thing. Each situation you have with the chick is going to be unique. With any particular girl is going to be unique. So the thing with the mouthpiece is that you have to, you know, be on point with your shit and be ready for whatever comes along. You understand what I'm saying? And so what happens is that, you know, example I just gave of you just, you know, going up there talking to her, making it quick. That's a simple example. But what's going to happen is it's going to be some times where certain other variables are going to come into play when you're interacting with the girl, because you might have a girl who you're talking to, and she's one of these chicks who like to flirt and like to, you know, give niggas a hard time, even though she is interested. You understand? You got to understand those type of girls, right? You're going to have women who you talk to and they're really nervous, right? So you're going to have to sort of bring a little bit of that energy out of her to make shit go down. You understand? You're going to have girls who, you know, they're going to have boyfriends, you feel what I'm saying? But they're still going to be, you know, trying to either talk to you just to, you know, get attention, or you're going to have the girls who, you know, they have boyfriends and they're going to just quickly dismiss you or whatever. And you still have to have that energy and the motivation to go step to the next girl. You know, it's a lot of different things that you're going to encounter in these situations. You're gonna have chicks that's gonna be extremely rude to you. All of this shit's gonna go down. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is, you have to be able to, you know, be the type of guy that's grounded and have that strength to make shit happen and to just keep shit pushing when it comes down to you making stuff go down. Click the link below and get your bad boy gear. Get the t-shirts, Submissive Women Are Sexy, Binary as Fuck, and I'm God to These Hoes. Click the link below to get your bad boy gear today. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below.